Hey everybody, how's everyone doing? Sorry I'm late. I just had to get off work late. I'm gonna do this for Try's birthday. Got my homeboy AJ with me, stopping by to the podcast. Yes, sir. Yeah, man. But yeah, man, motherfuckers be so stupid and shit. Like, nigga legitly was trying to be. And he's just like, he'll always tell me, oh, call me ASAP, call me ASAP. I'm like, nigga, I'm at fucking work right now. Please leave me alone. I'm just gonna be honest with you because and it's just not him. It's just like everybody always saying, drop everything and let's do this. Drop everything and let's do that. And I'm really getting annoyed by that. That's why I've kind of cut my distance off from hella motherfuckers. Hella motherfuckers. I cut my distance off and shit. Like that's why I love doing this podcast shit because it's like a break and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be kind of in and out too, so just to let you know. Thank you. Jesus Christ, I'm so pissed. Oh, Ronnie, that's a to be honest, that's a very good question, man. Because there'll be sometimes I feel like Shock got it, sometimes I feel like Money got it, and just to let everybody know, after the discussion breakdown, I'm just gonna close this video right away and just do something for Try's birthday. Probably do like an hour and stuff like that. You know, just chill out. You know, I'm gonna take you back like around 1:15.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ, I am just so tired, really tired. And then I gotta go back to Georgia next week, man, for this performance, and I got a gig tomorrow, which I'm already gonna get ready for this gig tomorrow. I already know what I'm gonna do because I'm gonna kill it as usual. Because what's my name? My name is R to the E to the G. You alright?
Yeah, I feel it. I'm over here thinking about what to text.
Yeah, man. It'd be like that. You just contemplate what you want to text old girl and shit like that.
Yeah, I'll just be like, yo, man, like, I don't want to say the wrong thing.
There's the birthday boy.
Yo,
Is that him? That's
what's
his
good?
birthday?
Yeah,
Yo, happy birthday, yo.
What's up? Thanks. Who's that?
but that's my homeboy AJ. He's the
All
one that
right.
called a couple days ago.
Appreciate that, AJ.
Yes, sir.
How you doing?
Chilling, man.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, man. Had a crazy day as usual. That's why I'm glad I'm doing this YouTube shit.
Thanks. It's tomorrow. It's tomorrow, Ronnie and Sam. Tomorrow. It's at midnight. It's at midnight. It's not right now.
It's not right now.
No.
That's why I told them that after we finish discussing the DU,
Yes.
we're just gonna jump right to the next video. We're just gonna talk for like an hour or some change. 'Cause I gotta take it back like 1:15.
Right. No doubt. No doubt. That's what's up.
Yo, I've been hearing so much about this Derek Jackson motherfucker.
Who's that?
He's
Is
like,
that the guy with the girl?
Mm-hmm.
yeah, the
What did he
cheating
do?
motherfucker. I'm like, how you? I'm like, yo, and then they getting mad at the wife because the wife is not like the prettiest thing. So I'm just like, damn, he's the one that cheated and shit. Y'all get mad at the wife for what?
What did he do? Cause I kept seeing memes about like she had a shower cap on her head or something.
He pretty much he cheated on his wife.
But he be always preaching about how black men ain't shit for cheating on their own wives and stuff.
Wow. That's crazy.
Exactly.
Crazy, bro.
That's why I don't understand these YouTube, like the Prince family. I cannot. Oh my god, these YouTube relationship experts. I'm not gonna follow no relationship experts from motherfucker on YouTube and shit. Y'all can kiss my ass.
What's good? What's good? Sam, Hector, Antoine, Ronnie, DJ Tim,
I want the next.
Q. What's good?
Then Gary Owens got a divorce or some shit.
Gary Owens.
Yeah, the corny white comedian that acts black just because he had a black wife.
Oh yes, yes. I remember him.
I'm like, oh well, I guess his career's over now. I guess.
Do I like carrot cake? Yeah, I like carrot cake.
I hate carrot cake.
Man.
Shit.
Happy beer day. Wow, I don't drink beer, but okay. Favorite Cypress Hill album? Black Sunday.
Temples of the Boom.
You drink beer, Reg?
Not like that.
No,
I'm
you
I'm,
ain't
I'm
into
I'm
beer.
more of a liquor person,
That's what's up.
like Hennessy,
Right,
all that shit.
Henny, yeah,
Y'all know how much I love my Henny though. That's all I gotta say.
yes.
Vodka, um, Remy Martin. I'm all about that shit.
Remy Martin. So you like the dark liquor?
Yeah, sometimes I like to mix the dark and the white together, you know.
Right, right.
And people say that I'm a racist, but okay.
Oh boy. You like white Hennessy?
I mean, I've tried white Hennessy once. It's pretty good. It depends where I'm at.
Right.
Have you ever mixed like Hennessy and Everclear together?
No.
That's just lit.
Yeah, that sounds dangerous.
I told this one nigga that he told me how the fuck am I still alive and shit.
Hey, I could barely handle cranberry and Grey Goose, so uh, Henny and Everclear is not gonna work with me.
Oh man. Try smoking like two blunts after that shit.
Favorite member of Digital Underground? Humpty Hump.
Yeah, Chalk G.
What up, Ray Sean? Favorite tracks on Temples of Boom.
A lot of Temples of Boom love here. Okay.
Yeah.
Spark
Uh,
Owl, Boom Bitty Bye Bye,
yeah.
Strictly
Killer,
Hip Hop.
Killer Hill of niggas.
Yes.
Um,
Throw your set in the air.
yeah.
No rest.
Illusions. That was
No
dope.
rest. That whole fucking album,
Yeah,
man.
the whole album. California, the whole album.
No Rest for the Wicked, one of the most dopest diss tracks against Ice Cube and shit.
Hey, we did a in case you missed the review queue, we did a Temples of Boom album discussion like 2 years ago on my channel. So you can check for that. It's like at 900 views now. So and we did it on Halloween because it came out on Halloween.
I still want to talk about the first album one day.
Yes, yeah, definitely. We gotta do that.
Oh yeah. You mind if I talk about that? Yeah, man. Do you listen to Kid Frost, by the way?
I listened to his first album in 1990.
Yeah, man. I never actually got into him and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
It was good. It was good. Was it Hispanic causing panic or something like that? It's called.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good album. That was on my list. Remember when we did like the decades list with Speak Your Cloud in
Yeah.
1990? That was on my list on from 1990.
Okay, bet. All right. Well, I'm ready to start whenever you are, bro.
Yeah.
All right. What's up, you two? How's everyone doing this lovely Wednesday? 2 more days until the weekend. You know what I'm saying? This is your boy Reg in the building. Got my homeboy Try with me.
What up?
And today we are going to talk about the discography of one of hip hop's funnest, original, authentic groups. And we are, of course, talking about Digital Underground. Um, I know to a lot of people, they're known as the group that brought us Tupac Shakur, the group that brought us the Humpty Hump. But to me, Digital Underground, they're much more than that. They were like the successor of the whole P Funk. Like, yeah, you had G Funk, like Dre and Snoop, and all them cats. But to me, and with Shock G being George Clinton's nephew, the P Funk influence was very, very strong and
Right.
prevalent in their music. So how did you get into Digital Underground?
The first joint, Humpty Hump, when the Humpty Dance when that came out and that had blown up on the MTV Raps and just learning to do the dance steps for that dance back in the day and I remember dancing in my living room, my little cousin, and we used to like try to do the dance moves and you know um that blew up over here and then like when the album came out, picked up the album and that was like a dope album when they dropped, Do What You Like and Sex Packets, and you know what I'm saying. And then just through the years, just listening to them. Like my mom was a heavy, Parliament Funkadelic fan. She seen George Clinton in concert. When they had like the mothership come up on stage, come down on stage and all that. Like I used to hear stories about that all the time. So
Yes.
I grew up listening to a lot of George Clinton and Bootsy Collins and all that, and they definitely had that vibe about them, and the whole production was real funky. The song titles reminded me of Parliament, like the album covers, and I remember 1990 was the first time I started buying CDs. So that's when like CDs were like started being like manufactured like 89, 90, and one of the first CDs I bought was the EP from Digital Underground. This is an EP release and it had the same song on there, and Tired or Not. We'll talk about that later, but that was like my one of my very first CDs I ever bought, and I was a big fan of theirs. Like they were from the West Coast, but I didn't look at them like they were like a West Coast group. Like they were just dope to me, and they were different from what NWA was doing at that time, and what Ice T was doing at that time, and that's what I always liked about different artists. Like they had their own lane, and they were different from what everybody else was doing. So we definitely showed a lot of love over here in New York for them, and I remember when No Nose Job, when that video came out, and there was like an article in the New York Times back then, and they were talking about, there was rumors going around about was Humpty Hump and Shock G the same person. And then like in the article they said like his brother was playing, his brother at times would play the character of Humpty Hump, because you never see Humpty and Shock G in the same place at the same time. So that was like a big thing that when that happened. And for Christmas, I forgot what year it was. Maybe it might have been 91. For Christmas, I got Sons of the P on CD, and that was my favorite album from them, and I've always listened to them. Tupac, when he started with them, and seeing his rise to fame with the group, and then going solo, and they've always been a staple to me in hip hop, and they don't get a lot of mention. I don't know why. I think when you think of Cali, you think of NWA, you think of the gangster rap, Dre, Snoop, but I don't hear nobody mention this group, and I'm glad that we finally able to put respect on they whole discography.
Yeah, man. Definitely a very dope story and stuff like that. To me, I got into the digital underground, believe it or not, because VH1 had this one thing called 100 Greatest Songs of the '90s,
Right.
and of course, the Humpty Hump was there, and ironically, VH1 must love that song because they put that in the 100 Greatest One Hit Wonders, 100 Greatest Hip Hop Songs, and I'm just looking at myself like,
Yeah, they're
okay,
not one hit wonders.
One Hit Wonder.
Nah.
'Cause people always want to say they were one hit wonders. They were like a novelty act, which I find that to be very disrespectful and stuff
Mhm.
like that. Because if you calling them a novelty act, then you pretty much calling George Clinton and Bootsy Collins a novelty act. If you really think
I
about it,
mean, it's VH1. That's a channel that played a lot of pop, a lot of alternative stuff. They don't know about hip hop, so
right?
I don't really take credit in what they gotta say.
I know. Yeah, this was like really when I was getting into hip hop music and shit. But then I
Right.
took a listen to, of course, the Sex Packets album, which we're going to talk about, and it was just like crazy as shit. Um, just the funkiness. And it wasn't just hip hop. It was jazz. It was funk. It was soul. It was just like a lot of shit that they've done.
Mhm.
People are just now doing that now, like the Roots, for
Right.
instance. With the band
Mhm.
and stuff like yeah, I love Black Thought, love the Roots, but
Right.
Digital Underground had a band too.
Mhm.
Niggas forget about that.
Yep.
Sonic
Yep.
had a band.
You
It was a,
can't just sample. You can't. I feel like their whole existence was because of Parliament Funkadelic, and that was a band too. And
Yeah,
if you're gonna sample the best, you why not have a band to go with it?
exactly. Which we're gonna begin with 1990 Sex Packets. Oh man, this came out on Tommy Boy. This album, excuse me, I'm sorry. This album was definitely a very dope album. Probably my third favorite album, second or third favorite album from them.
Right.
Um, Again, everyone knows the Humpty Dance and stuff like that. But to me, my favorite joint is the Freaks of the Industry,
Right.
with the Donna Summer sample, and the way they use that theme, it's like they slowed the pitch down, but they made it like more jazzier. I don't know how to explain it.
Right.
Um, and like Shock and Money B, which I've always felt Money B was a very underrated lyricist in my
Mm-hmm.
opinion in the
Yeah.
West.
I agree.
Um, Hell, I even thought Shock was underrated too. Like you don't go to his shine like that too, but
Right.
the other song, the title track where he used the Prince sample, and this was like the sample that he used. The She's Always in My Hair, which love that track.
Yep.
Um, y'all know what he means when he says she's always in my hair, but we're gonna get
Mm-hmm.
it another day. Um, what else? Do What You Like, which that was another single. That was actually the first number one hit on the Netherlands too.
Right.
Um, The Way We Swing. I mean, this whole album was definitely a very dope album.
Yeah.
To me, I will put this like in the same class as like that party West Coast music, like Tone Loc, Funky
Mm-hmm.
Cold Medina. But to me, this like miles better. Even though I love that Tone Loc album, and we have to talk about that one day too.
Yes. The first one.
Well, we
The
can talk.
first
We can
album.
talk about both because he dropped two albums and shit. We can do
Yeah.
like
I
double.
got. I think I the first one. I got the first album.
I want the first album. I think I was so close on getting it one time.
Right.
But yeah, that album is definitely a personal favorite of mine. I call it a classic album. I call it a classic. I don't know how some hip hop purists Doug call it, but this is a 5 out of 5. Shout out to my homeboy Hoovy for hooking me up because he got me the version with the this is the EP release too. So shout out to him for that.
Antoine said the cassette version has more songs than the CD.
It did.
Really?
Yeah, because the cassette version they had added a couple of other songs too, like the tribute to the early days,
Mm.
Sound of the Underground. They had Hip Hop Dog. They had like exclusive tracks.
Yeah. Look Out the Dog. That's the one I got. The one with I think Wild Things on that. Yeah. That's the one I got.
But yeah, this is the 5 mic classic, and it's an album
Yeah.
I definitely got to talk about in the future. So yes,
Definitely. I love like they picked the right singles. Like Humpty Dance. That's a hip hop anthem. Everybody knows that song. Do What You Like. It had like those party vibes. I want to say like you remember Another Bad Creation.
unfortunately,
The
I mean I like them. They were all right. Let me
the
stop.
song the song at the playground. I want to say they sampled Do What You Like because
They did.
they sound okay because I know it sounds similar.
Oh yeah,
And yeah, that was a big hit. Underwater Rhymes. I think that was a dope concept song. And you got like Shock G he tells a story using different species of fish.
oh
I,
yes,
I like for the characters. I like that.
very original.
Um, yeah, Packet Man, where they were like talking about Viagra before Viagra even came out on the market, and I thought that was like very like telling. That was a dope song. Definitely a classic album. It's not my favorite, but it definitely is a classic album.
Yes sir, yes sir. And I can't talk about Digital Underground without talking about that this is an EP release
Yes.
because while it was a solid EP, it introduced us to the king, the god, the man himself, Tupac Shakur,
Right.
with the same song, another dope song, which they also had other songs like Arguing on the Funk, Tied or Not. But the EP, it's solid, 4.5 out of 5.
I love that Tie the Knot song. Bam, 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 bam. Tie the knot, tie the knot. I love that. That's a dope record. Same song with Tupac, classic record. That was also from the movie Nothing But Trouble with
Yes,
Chevy Chase and Demi Moore. Dan
yes.
Aykroyd was in that film, and they
Hmm.
also was in the movie performing the song as well.
Yes, sir.
Uh, I didn't care for the movie, but I love the song. The way we swing remix, that was a dope remix. Definitely, this is their best EP because they have other EPs out, but
They do.
out of all the EPs, this is their best one. Definitely a 4.5. I love the album cover as well. The illustration that was dope.
Yeah. Why do you think it's the only EP I'm talking about here? So.
Oh well, I put down like tracks for like the other EPs. I don't know if we was gonna talk about it.
Oh well, you can talk about. I
Like,
only heard the album because I thought
mhm.
we were just gonna talk about that. This is the EP release, but it's
Okay,
cool.
okay,
Now, 1 year later, they came back with Sons of the P. Now, I've always thought this was their best album.
I agree.
Always thought.
Yeah.
I just thought it was like more funkier.
Mhm.
And to this day, I'm still leaning that this is their best album. Um, a lot of people think that Sons of the P was George Clinton's first appearance on the hip hop track. He
Mhm.
also appeared on Curtis Blow, Magilla's Gorilla, which I never knew about.
Mhm.
And mind you, this was East Coast. Curtis Blow was from the East Coast and shit, so that's
Mhm.
crazy. Um, but yeah, this album has like a lot of my favorite tracks, like Heartbeat Props, where it's pretty much talking about an issue that I kind of feel like it's in today's culture, especially in the hip hop genre, where a motherfucker dies and people want to give them their respect all
Right.
of a sudden and stuff like that. With like people like Pop Smoke, King Von. I'm being real. I'm just gonna be real. I don't care if y'all wanna follow me and stuff like that. I'm just being real because there's motherfuckers who are called legends and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And shit. But that's another story for a different day. Kiss You Back. Oh my god, I
Yes,
love that song.
definitely.
Love the video. Um, I love when Shock G does that smooth flow, that
Mhm.
smooth jazzy kind of flow. Like I love that kind of shit. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Yeah, man. What else? What else? Of course, on Family of the Underground was Stretch.
Yep.
From what's the group? What's the
Live
group?
Squad.
Live Squad. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rest in peace to Stretch.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, man. No Nose Job. I mean, this whole album again, it's like I call it a West Coast classic.
Yeah.
I don't know how many people refer to this album though, but this was a dope album. I love it.
Mhm.
I know this album got like 3.5 mics on a source, so
They crazy.
interesting.
Bugging.
Yeah, at
They
least
bugging.
4 mic. I would have picked a 4 mic. I
At
would
least,
expect that,
or
man.
4.5 for me, because to me, like I said, it's their best album. It has better production, better songs. The D Flow Shuttle off the
Ooh,
bat, that was a great way to start the album. No Nose Job. The video for that is hilarious. If you haven't seen the video, check it out on YouTube. Um, Kiss You Back. That's if you close your eyes, you can hear George Clinton on that song. That's a
here,
straight George Clinton track.
here
Kiss
who?
You Back.
Here who?
Kiss You Back. Like you can hear George Clinton on that song. Like that's like a,
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Like they should have
okay.
had George Clinton on the song to me. Like that's straight George Clinton on the what else? Flowing on the D line. That's like it sounded like Shock G was freestyling that whole track. And I love that track and the bass line for that was dope. The DJ cuts on that. Good thing with rapping, that's to close out the album. It's like 11 minutes, 11-minute track. And it was real funky. Like the whole album was great. I like the album cover where you see like Shock G giving life to like the sons of the part of the P Funk, and I love it. I think it's their best album. Definitely, in my opinion, it's a classic. Fuck what the source think. They don't know what they talking about. You know, 5 mics for me.
It's kind of funny how you mentioned George Clinton and Kiss You Back because there was some trivia about the album which I forgot to mention because people thought that he was actually on the track because
Mm,
he actually got like a co-writing songwriting credit, but
right,
they sampled the Not Just Knee Deep song, so of course, he
right.
had to give him credit and stuff like that. So that's
Yep.
interesting. Now we're going to get into the Body Hat Syndrome, 1993. Very underrated album, in my
Yes.
opinion.
Definitely.
Very dark album. They kind of talked about like a few topics on this album, like racism, with the what's up with the love, which that's actually the last time Snoop, I mean, oh my god,
Tupac.
Tupac
Mm,
actually rapped on a Digital Underground release, even though Shock G produced "Fuck the World" off the "Me Against the World."
Mm,
Very dope track too. And that's one thing I failed to mention. Shock G, very dope producer.
yeah.
Producer like a lot of shit in my opinion. Like yeah, but yeah, back to Body Hat. They have like a lot. You can tell like the P Funk influence is strong as fuck on this album. Like
Right.
just the titles alone, "Do Woo You,"
Yes.
"Jerk It Circus," "Shake and Bake." Um, then they have an interesting track called the Humpty Dance Awards, where they give a shout out to everybody that kind of sampled the drum break from the Humpty Dance and shit.
Right.
Let me look a minute. I love the song "Digital Lover." That was a pretty dope song.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, man. Like I said, this was a very West Coast album and shit, and it's kind of interesting too because Saphir and Clee were added to the lineup around this time too. Um, yeah, I'm gonna give this a 4.5 out of 5. You know, this was a
Nice.
very dope album.
Very
Highly
underrated.
slept on.
I don't think it got any promotion. I remember when it came out, and the only song they were the only video they would play from this was "Return of the Crazy One." That was the only joint I seen. Like "What's Up with the Love" I seen later, but they didn't play it as much as the "Return of the Crazy One." Both those joints I love. "Do Woo You," "Brand New Sweater." You know, "Money Be Killed" that joint. "Carried Away." I think Humpty Hump had like two songs on here that I love from Humpty. "Shake and Bake" and "Return of the Crazy One." I think he killed those. "Do You Like It Dirty?" A lot of banging tracks on here. It should have got more promotion. I definitely get a 4.5. I think that's probably my second favorite after Sons of the P, and then Sex Packets for me.
Yeah, man, this is like my third favorite album from them and shit like
Yeah,
that. You know, like how the hell you get 238 weeks though? Yeah, very dope album and shit. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
3 years later, they're gonna come out with Future Rhythm. This was the first album that they did independently. This is actually the first time I'm actually hearing this album in a while
Hmm.
and stuff. So, because at first, you know, I've always said that Digital Underground was a group that I never felt like they made like any bad albums or albums I would be disappointed by.
Right.
Well, I'm gonna say my thoughts. Future Rhythm was a very weird album.
Yeah.
Well, the next two are very. It's kind of too weird for Digital Underground and shit.
Right.
Like Lotto and yeah, P Funk. Yeah, I know P Funk is weird and stuff like that. This is coming from a guy that made a song about taking a shit
Right.
in the One Nation Under the Groove album and stuff.
Hmm.
They always have a tendency about shit.
Right.
Like I don't know, something
And
about that family. I
and
don't,
they did a song about that on this album.
right? They
It's
always
crazy.
have something about shit. It's something
Yeah.
about this family and shit. Like I don't know what it is though, but um, yeah, Food Fight with Del the Funky Homo Sapien. Oh my god.
Yeah.
First time I'm hearing that in a while, man. Like, damn.
That reminded me of his first album.
Yes.
That reminded me of that. I'm like, if he had did that back then, that would have been crazy.
Can you imagine if Shock would have done some shit on I
Hmm.
Wish My Brother George Was Here?
Right.
Oh my god. I can just
Hmm.
see him on some of those beats and shit too. But
Right.
anyway, I love the Walk Real Cool track. I love that track. You know, definitely had that smooth Johnny Guitar Watson
Right.
kind of deal, you know what I'm saying? We got more with the Lunas, you know, Oakland in the house, you know.
Hmm.
Um,
That was on Don't
don't
Be
be
a Menace soundtrack.
yeah,
Yes, I remember that joint.
yeah, man. And I got that joint too. So
Yeah.
yeah, man. I actually like this album. You know,
Right.
it's not touching the first three,
Nah.
but I'll give this a 4 mics.
I like some songs. Oregano Flow, that was a single. I like that. And there's two different mixes on that album. You got like there's like a gumbo mix, and then there's another mix on there.
Yeah,
Gluteus Maximus, like I mentioned, they talked about Shock G's rhyming about big booty bitches that'll stink. That was weird. You got we got more with the Loonies, styling. It got some joints. It's not one of my favorites. I probably give it a 3. You know, some of the songs were hit and miss for me, but you know, it's got some joints on there. If you're a diehard DU fan, you're gonna appreciate it. So
yeah, I definitely hear you on that. Weird album number two. Who got the gravy? This came out in '98. Again, this was another. This was them kind of like trying to stop the whole East Coast West Coast in a way because you had cats like Karis One, Big
Mm.
Pun, Bismarcky, which never thought I would hear Karis One
Or Big Pun.
or Big Pun on
Mm-hmm.
Digital Underground. Never thought I would hear that.
It's
And it's
crazy.
like Karis One, he's pretty much just in the intro, like with the digital.
Right.
Like, I'm just like, oh wow, okay. But the song with Big Pun, the mission,
Yeah,
oh,
that was fire.
that was
I like
fire.
that one. Yes.
And this just proves that Pun can go with anybody because he can rap
Mm-hmm.
with anybody, and the
Yep.
chemistry is still there.
Mm-hmm.
The song with Bismarcky is weird.
Yes. I like
Yeah.
that. That fits him. Like when I was listening to them, like Biz's personality and the quirkiness of Shock G, it fits.
Mm.
It fits.
I didn't.
You didn't
I
like
didn't
it?
really care for it though. I'm gonna be real with you. I mean, I didn't really care for that track. And you're talking to someone who loves Biz. Like
Right.
this is the nigga who got the copy of the "I Got a Haircut" album on vinyl and shit.
Right. Right.
Um, and this is around the time when Biz was really trying to go
Mm-hmm.
commercial.
Yeah.
Cause like around that time he was working on the album for Slime with Slime and Remy or on his indie label, and but that got shelved.
Mm-hmm.
He came out with that garbage Weekend Warrior
Weekend Warrior.
album back in '03. Oh jeez.
That had hit and miss joints on there too. I felt like he was trying to do the jiggy shit on there.
It was like 5 years too late, man.
Yeah.
You can we can tell. You can tell.
Yeah.
But yeah, this album I like, but it
Mm-hmm.
has some hit or miss tracks on it.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Um.
give this maybe a 3.5 out of 5, but it's still good for diehard digital underground
Right.
fans and shit, you know?
Yeah. Like Odd Couple. I thought I was good. The joint with Pun is probably the best joint. The Mission. Wind Me Up. That was a nice track. But yeah, it has like some tracks I ain't care for. Again, I'll probably give it like maybe a three, a week 3 of that. You know what I'm saying? Like between this album and Future Rhythm, it's like you have to be like a real diehard fan of this group to appreciate these albums. Cause I feel like after Body At Syndrome is when like they started to tail off. But I mean, they got some joints on it, but it's not like two of those albums ain't like their best in the discography. So
Yeah, man. And then the last album they came out with was "Cause a DU Party Don't Stop." Now this album literally came out of nowhere back in '08.
right,
I didn't even hear about this album until '09. I'm gonna be real with you, because they
mm,
actually disbanded back in '08.
mm.
It's still disbanded to this day. Um, I mean, it's solid. It's solid. That's all
I
I'm
didn't
gonna
like.
say. It had
I,
some weak tracks. I
I
mean,
didn't even
I didn't like
know it. I just found out about this album this morning. I didn't even know they had a new album out.
it. Didn't like it didn't get that much promotion.
Nope.
At least they held on to this day because like a lot of the groups back in their time they broke up like Run DMC, Salt and Pepper, NWA.
Right.
I mean, yeah. At least they held on.
Who would you like if you had to pick? I don't even know like if you had to, what producer would you pick to do their music now? Because it's like you know what I'm saying. It's like so many years later, and I feel like they would have to update their sound. You know what I'm saying?
I would say I would say they can still
They can
they
still
still
do
got
it.
it. I would say they still got it. Maybe you can add Ant Banks,
Right.
maybe definitely not mustard. Definitely not mustard.
Hit Boy. You was about to say Hit Boy.
Hit boy.
No.
Maybe Hit
Maybe
Boy.
Hit Boy.
Maybe.
Maybe you give us a track to Primo.
I mean, that can actually work. The Primo, he did that good shit for MC8 and shit too.
Right. I
Like
don't know. I was thinking about. I'm like, if they came out now, like, what producers could they work with? Cause
Organized Noise,
Organized Noise. That's a possibility. Maybe K Tronada,
possibly.
Robert Glasper. I don't know. I don't know. It'd have to be somebody that's not too rap. Like, it have to be like maybe in another genre. Pharrell, maybe. I think Pharrell probably could do something with them.
No,
No. You don't
Nah,
know Pharrell?
nah.
No.
Pharrell, I like Pharrell, but he's in the quiet taste. He's in the quiet taste. To me, he's in the
Uh,
quiet taste. I like him more
um,
solo than Neptune's.
right. Yeah, I didn't care for that album. Man, it's like that. If you never heard DU, get their first three albums. That's the best ones out of the discography, and then it tails off after that. And get the EP. The EP is good too. The Greenlight EP, I only like two songs off of it. It's sitting on the hits which they sample that, putting on a Ritz song from back in the day, and used to be a sperm. I think Humpty Hump is rapping on that one. That's about it. All other songs on there I didn't care for. I think that came out like in the 2000s also. But yeah, but just stick to like the three albums and the EP. That's about it. Everything else is like it's not good.
Right. And that's all the albums for DU. All overall, very solid discography. Um, you know what I'm saying? I feel like they're West Coast led. I feel like they need more
Yeah,
recognition. They were more than Humpty Hump and Tupac in my opinion.
right.
So yeah,
And Tupac wasn't even on all his joints. Like he wasn't even on the whole album for
he
Sons
was.
of the P. You
He
know what I'm
was.
saying? And like he was down with them, but he wasn't on every song with them. He was off doing his own thing, and he was still affiliated to DU, just like he was loyal to Outlaws and Dromicidal and Thug Life. So
Right. All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much for watching this discography breakdown.
we done. This is it.
Yeah, this all the albums.
Oh wow. I
Yeah.
thought we was gonna stay on and
I mean, yeah, it's almost midnight, so I was gonna do
right.
the
I
birthday
feel you.
thing. Yeah. But yeah, like I said, the event's not over yet. Jump on the Tribe's birthday special. We're gonna wish this man a happy birthday.
Man, I might cry.
Ask him anything. Just gonna have a chill night.
Man.
Well, have a good night.
All
Peace.
right. Peace.
Well, see y'all later. Let me know.